Well, hello everybody, welcome back to episode 99, I believe I'm on, my Let's Play of Tyranny. As you see, my current quest, find the B-Word's Wound Farm Chronicle. Mel said the first chronicle is hidden in the B-Word's Wound Farm area. Search the farm with Larry present to find it, so he's got to be with me to find it, basically. We've had a massive, long conversation with this guy. We can start looking around this area. So it said the farm, I guess we're just going to look around and see what's classed as a farm. What's this, is it? Jasper, Master of Napping? Master of Napping. Oh, is it Kidnapping? War Staff. Spire Marker. I don't know what the farm's classed as. How are we doing for our actual abilities? Like, have I leveled? You're 13, you're 11. Ah, there's 1 point. Spell cooldown. There. So if we can get healing spells off a bit more. Oh, that took me somewhere. I can't what's at the top. Oops. You know what? Explorer here before I went down. I thought I was going to read something. Oh, so it's in a room. That's fine then. Denzi. Oh, it's the same thing. Don't worry, Master. Jespers will know what to do. Don't worry. Okay, it's the same thing. Please speak to Master Jespers at the forge before pronouncing any verdicts. Okay, so I guess that's better doing that now, because I thought it was going to be another whole level to explore, but it's a tiny little room, so that's fine. I was like, so it's going to be whole levels, like, I want to do top one first. Did you come for, you want to speak to him? Okay, they all want me to speak to him before I do anything, apparently. Yeah, my point exactly. But this is going to mean something later, isn't it? Okay. What's the farm? So he's the guy they want me to talk to. Well, I kind of need to go to the farm first. Oh, there. It's literally there. We're here, so I want to go up these steps. But first, we have a very quick look down here. Just want to maybe not wait. Why so upset? Okay, whatever. Oh, he's talking to me. We're looking man observes you through dark, sunken eyes, nodding faintly as you approach. Band agrees to you, for unkept and draped in dissheathed rags. He bows deeply in the style of northern Tasman nobility. You observe that his right arm is intricate and frail, seemingly rooted in place. It's probably because he's getting weak because it's war. Leek, son of the late Rusman Vals, I saw you in the Beaver City shortly after Tunan's arrival. We've come a long way from then, haven't we? He chuckles mirthlessly at the memory. You want to speak to Warstaff or Jasper before you get to settle in. The former's down by the fall, the latter in the forge up north of the hall. Okay. I'll go to the farm and find this thing first. Both.
Someone getting torn limb from limb. Or
Okay, what's this doing? I thought it was just gonna find my thing. Oh, there it is.
How'd you take a look at that?
Maybe. Oh, this is the farm. Okay, it took me down to the farm. So we're gonna look, when he gets close we're gonna find something. Looks looks appealing, but these rubbery dung scented mushrooms. Yet the settlers of the wound care for them as if they were the finest fruit. To me we'll be growing more tubies and less nash roots. Mother was sure, but better than being topside with the war going on. Haven't we lost enough already? What more does Kasha want? Something seems off about the pig's kind of glass look into their eyes. Peace has not been kind to Halgan. Topside, and his mushroom says, "Oh, crud. Let me just say what she said. I thought it was the first one, so that's why I was skipping it. We're up to me. We'll be growing more tubbers and less nash root, but nash root goes further, I guess." He told me he don't eat mushrooms, and I said, "Them topside mushrooms you don't eat." And he said, "Mushrooms all the same." And I said, "How they be the same when these glow?" Well, to me, we'll be growing. That's what she said. She said, he said, on the shisha.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, they're kind of glowing. Take the chronicle so Larry may study it further. Ah, the old concealed text in a pile of pig shoer trick. Classic. As Larry approaches the corner of the pen, a pile of hay and animal droppings vanishes, replaced by a stash of scrolls. Now here's a subject close to my heart. Histories of School of Inky Quill. Who doesn't love a little auto-chronicle? Roll calls, minutes, graduation announcements, publication dates, and letters. Oh my! I doubt Sages, Corran, and Askin had any idea their correspondence would be immortalized for the records. Not the most exciting bit of history, but I can see why Mel and Lexington would want the words of college close at hand. Larry thumbs through the tome, chuckling with nostalgia smile at each term. Take this brings back memories. Any worthwhile spell texts, or is this just a pile of sage blaffer? All this effort to hide any bad memories? Indeed, some of these notes even have my name on them. Ah yes, here's my series on bird anatomy. I did that back in 388. Where have the years gone? I know it's all so worthless in hindsight, but it is a record of our school. Whatever that's worth, I can assess about these later. We're other things to do, right? Larry closes the text and looks up at you with a smile. We can pause. I'll look around while you have a read. Suspicious of everything we find in this place. Take a closer look. So you knew Cash was coming. How many years in the making is this school tradition of stashing texts throughout the tears? How can I say no to that order? With a smug grin, Neil sits down into Texas. Several minutes pass and Lara pulls over the pages. Strange, all these names of dead people. Good riddance to some, others our lot lost. Counselor's lost. Anything seem incorrect? Anyone you know very well, let him keep reading. Pick up one of the volumes and peruse. Let him keep reading. While this all holds personal somatic value, I doubt you'll find any of this worth the read. Anything seeming correct? No one you know? In a way, all of them. The school was never crowded enough to disappear into an anomaly, but as a field scholar of sorts, I was as distant as it gets. He shakes his head with a heavy sigh, lifting a quill from near his shoulders as he does. He puts the quill to his hand and scribbles several circles of zipper. Anything seeming correct? A relaxed smile sets across the face of Lars. Exhales, wiping his cinnamon-stained hand against his cheek. Oh, this is odd. Let me have a look. You spot a page inked with a corresponding glossary sheen, suggesting ink far fresher than the original writing. A minuscule crease along the binding hints at where this page was inserted, likely by magical means, to blend almost seamlessly. The text describes a debate between sages discussing the riddle of rings, and one sage, with the familiar name of Larity, that's him, is arguing that the riddle of rings possesses that Karas has already conquered the Tiers. What? You arguing it conquered it? You added it? For if the sages speak the language of Karas, Larity reasoned, and used the currency of Karas, then military conquest is a formality. Only the other Tiersmen felt as you did. Care to explain this? Is this describing a real event? Yes, but not exactly as I call it, though. I have written a lot of ink on myself. It was 425 and Sage Carver was giving a lecture series, having recently returned from his expedition to observe the Forge Bound and their ways. At one point he discussed their teaching methods, so the riddle of rings came up as part of his lecture. At the time I joked that the real riddle of rings aren't we already conquered, and I launched into a not entirely sober dribble whatever about Carl's invasion and domination. According to this, I gave a sterling speech met with applause. Hardly. I was hit in the head with an old scroll case and told to sit down, shut up, and let the scholars talk. Maybe your interpretation of the riddle was the one worth remembering. Your events vindicated your point of view. Why downplay that fact? You could correct the record. This is a false record. Why not destroy it? Correct the record. Couldn't. I will. I'll make a note to return this. Until I know why this was edited as such, I'll just assume not tamper further. I think my nostalgia has been overtaxed for this time being. Let's get moving. I need to think on this a bit. Closes the tomb, stashing the old book in one of his satchels. I didn't know you were sitting there. Search old worlds for additional fragments hidden. Okay, you found the chronicle hidden in the B-word farm. Once you have gained access to the lower section of the B-word wound, basically I have to talk to them two people to give me access to the bottom. That's probably what I will have to do. So if they find the master jumpers down the forge will stay you right. Yeah, they told me to talk to him. Nash root chard and turnburst for yeah. Faint illumination from the sky above limes the jagged edges of the fractured old worlds overhead. Far below you can make out the flickering of dots of torchlight marking the wound community. Can we talk to you or not? Each woman sniffs at you, snorts and turns away. Okay, look. I guess we'll head up there then. I'm assuming most of these are going to basically turn me away. You too? Yeah. So I spoke to her and they're going to be very helpful, it seems. Actually, this is probably a good time to end this episode too, actually, thinking about it. So please like, please subscribe. When you subscribe, please hit the little. And please share this video and please have a good time. And hit the like I said, and also put any comments you want. See you next week. Bye now. Have a great day. Bye bye.